Hey everybody! Happy Wednesday. I had to think about that. It's crazy. Hopefully you all are having a wonderful day today. This is another day for some great STEM activities, so I'm excited about that. And like I said, if you didn't see, there was a printout that you could print out for this. If you didn't get a chance to print that out, it's totally fine. I'm going to show you how to make it without that printout. If you did get a chance to print it out, just bear with me. It won't be too long at the beginning when I'm sharing how to actually make it. So it'll be pretty simple. Make sure when you jump on, say hi, and say something maybe that you're thankful for today. So, it's very easy. We're all out of our routines, right? You kids are out of your routine from going to school. Adults are out of our routines. And the easy way to combat that is to just think of things that you're thankful for, and either write them down or say them out loud or make a big poster with your family, because I think that's just super important, especially right now. So just keep that in mind today as, we kind of chug along. All right, so today, what you need is, again, either that printout or a piece of paper, scissors, okay, and that is mostly it. Now for the extension, you might want a few more things, but when I get there, I'll address that. So what you're gonna make, it's gonna be, okay, let me get so that you can see it within the light, okay. This is essentially what we're gonna sketch out at the beginning. This was the thing that you could print out. Hi Nolan. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to get this piece, and basically what it is, and this is the fun math portion of the day, it is 1/8 of our sheet of paper. Okay, so what you're going to do is, if you fold your sheet of paper in half, okay, hamburger wise to start. Okay. Hi, hey Carrie and the girls. Okay, so fold your paper in half hamburger wise. You're gonna then fold it in half hot dog wise. Okay. So lengthwise. Okay. So we now have 4 quarters, right? We have 4 spots. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually cut out one of these quarters, okay? So I'm going to do this with you. I'm trying not to cover my face, but it's kind of hard. so I'm sorry if I cover my face too much. So I'm going to cut out this bottom corner. Hey! And you should end up having 1/4 of your paper, okay? This is all you need, okay? There's one more thing. We actually need to cut this in half, okay? Because we're going to have a quarter and we need to get an 1/8. So we're going to fold this in half as well. A little bit of extra math going on today for you. Okay, so that one corner you're folding in half as well. Okay, and then we're going to cut right down the center. And if I'm going too fast, please let me know. I know some of you have these printed out already. I know some people don't, so that's why I wanted to make sure to have an option for those that don't. Just because not everybody has a printer. I'm going to be honest, I don't have a printer. It's still at my parents' house, which they've been trying to give me for a while now. So I wanted to give you that. Okay, so we have this. Right? You have an 1/8 of a sheet of paper. So this is what we're going to make into our twirly. So you might be like, that is nothing special at all. Is this both for the print cutout? Okay, so this is if you don't have the print cutout. That's a great question. So this is if you don't have the printout. If you do have the printout, you just want to cut out around the edges, okay, of that rectangle of the printout so that it looks like this, where you've got your line down the center and your dotted lines and everything. Okay, so if you have the printout, cut around that rectangle. If you don't have the printout, this is getting that 1/8 of a sheet? Okay, that's a great question. Thank you for asking that. Thank you. Okay, so what we're gonna do, okay, what I did, and you can kind of see on here, okay, I kind of briefly sketched. So it's about a pinky's length. Again, I'm doing some fun measuring tips, right? So it's about a pinky's length that I drew a line straight down the center. You can see that. And then right underneath that line, I have a dotted line. Okay. So again, I'll kind of do this with you just so I make sure I'm not going too fast. So I'm going to do about in the center, as close as I can to the center, about a pinky's length down. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a dotted line going horizontally across. Okay. And the reason I'm making it a dotted line is for those of you that have the printout already. Okay. So you should have something that looks like that as of right now if you don't have the printout. Okay. And then we're going to follow, okay, about let me measure with my pinky here. Okay, so about the top part of my pinky. Okay, we're gonna measure that down. Okay, so just to that first knuckle. Okay, and then you're gonna draw 2 straight lines there. Okay, I'm gonna extend them just a little bit. And if yours isn't perfect, that's okay. It's still going to work. It's going to work perfectly fine. Okay? But I just wanted to do this to kind of get people on the same track. And then you're going to draw a dotted line down. I know this is a lot of prep work, but it'll be worth it, I promise. Okay. So, we have something that looks like this now. What we're going to do now is we need to do our cuts and everything, and this next part is going to go by much faster. Okay, so we're going to cut on the solid line that goes straight down. Okay, so you end up with like 2 little bunny ears at the top. Okay, and then these 2 straight lines that I drew on the side as well. Oops, sorry, I'm a little shaky today. You're going to do little snips there. Okay, you don't want to cut it all the way across because it won't work, but you're going to do just a little snip like that, so that, let me put the scissors down so I don't hurt myself, right? So that you kind of have that little bend and wiggle in there. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing to the other side. So I'm going to flip mine over, but it's that same thing on that solid line. Okay, so again, you've got some wiggle in there. So you should have made 3 cuts. 1 down the center to make the bunny ears, and then 2 on the little sides. Okay. Next, we just need to fold a few things, and then we'll actually be able to test out our twirly and see what it does. And then, of course, I'm going to give you an extension activity. So what you're going to do is these 2 dotted lines at the bottom, you're going to fold those backwards. Okay, so that if I flip it over, right, you can see I have a fold there. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Okay, so you should end up with something that looks like this. It's got 2 bunny ears on the top, and then it almost looks like a field, like a football post, right? We're almost there, I promise. This is always the longest part. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take the bottom part of this, and it's up to you how much, and you're going to fold part of that up as well. Okay? So you're folding that part up. Okay? And then there's 2 more folds, and then we're going to actually test. And this is like really cool when you actually test it. So after you have that bottom part folded up, you're going to take your two little bunny ears on top and you're going to fold them in opposite directions. So fold one towards you and fold one away from you. Okay. So folding those in opposite direction, folding one towards you and folding one away from you so that you get these two little almost helicopter-like looking things on the top. Okay. Yay, hi. Hey, Zoe. So again, cutting on those solid lines, right? We folded on the dotted lines. And we have our little bunny ears on top. So what you're gonna do, I'm gonna have you take it, okay? So when you fold them, right, they're pretty flat. I'm gonna have you take it so that they're a little bit more of an angle, kind of like that. Okay, and here comes the fun part. So here's what you're gonna do, is you're gonna take your twirly. Here, I'm gonna scoot over a little bit more so you can kind of see. Okay, you're gonna take your twirly, you're just gonna hold it up, and you're gonna let go. Okay, and I don't know if you saw that, but so I'm gonna actually start it a little bit above where you can see it on the camera so that you can kind of see it as it falls. And one more time, just to make sure that you can see it. Okay. So it twirls. That's the whole point. It's kind of like those little helicopter things from the trees that fall, right? So that's why I like these. So right now, right, so we just have the paper, you folded it and cut it, right, and you're just kind of testing it. So what you can do is the extension part is next. So this is the fun part. So you, right, can time this with your phone or your mom or dad's phone or your grandma's phone or whoever you're staying with's phone. Okay, time it with the phone, see how long it takes to fall to the floor. Then what I want you to do, okay, is see how could you make it fall slower or faster. So how can you change how fast it's falling, okay? So what could you add to this? What could you take off of this? Okay, what could you change about this? So an example, right, you can unfold some things and see if that affects it. You can extend out some of your, what I call ears or wings, right? Make them bigger. See if that changes it. You can make another one, but make it bigger or make it smaller. And how does that change it? So that is your extension activity. So what we're looking at here, though, just to kind of bring it into some stuff we talked about yesterday. Yesterday, remember, we talked about aerodynamic, right? That word aerodynamic, which is a way of saying, right, it goes through the air easier. It's not, the air doesn't resist it as much. Well, the air here, right, pushes up on your little flaps to help it stay up in the air. Okay, this part, right, doesn't have little flaps, so it goes through the air easier. Okay, so that's helping with making this more aerodynamic, and this is kind of slowing it down up here. So this makes it fall a little slower, right, and this makes it kind of go straight through. Almost like the fins yesterday, how they stabilized, these are kind of stabilizing. So your extension activity, right, try to make it fall at a different rate. So try to make it fall quicker or make it fall slower. Let me turn my light back on really quick. It just turned off on me. When you drop it. Again, I want to see pictures and videos and all of that fun stuff. There's so many things that you can do with this. I've had students make these enormous ones, and they're really, really cool to watch. So I know today's video was a little bit longer in the beginning, but I hope you enjoyed it. Tomorrow, like I said, I won't be able to go live tomorrow because I actually have a virtual meeting at this time that I need to attend. But I will try to either, one, post an activity at this time that has instructions, or two, if I have the time, I will post a pre-recorded video of an activity. So I'll do one of those two things. So no matter what, though, you'll have an activity tomorrow. It just won't be a live one, Okay. If you have any questions, if you have any suggestions for activities, things that you would like to see but you don't know how it would work, please let me know. Either comment below or message me or anything. I am here to help, and I hope you have a wonderful day.